Alright, boys and lady, this is the drawing for the first draft of our new Keeper League. Uh, there's a couple things I want to go over before we get into the drawing, just so everybody's on the same page as far as how the league's going to work. If you have any questions, reach out to me, let me know. Some things are still in discussion because it's the first year, and I want to make sure that everyone's pretty happy with how the league's going to be run. The first thing is the first draft that we're going to do this year is going to be a snake draft. Moving on from year 2 on will be a linear draft going from 1 to 10, 1 to 10, 1 to 10. And those standings are either going to be based upon the regular season standings, where the last place team gets the first pick and the person with the best record in the regular season gets the 10th pick. Or another idea that I have that I like is 1 through 6 is determined on regular season standings, and then 7 through 10 will be based upon the championship standings, because there will be 4 teams that make the playoffs out of 10. So if you guys would like to do 1 through 6 based on regular seasons, and then the 7 through 10 is based upon the championship bracket, so the person who wins the championship will get the 10th pick, and the person who comes in 4th will get the 7th. We can do that. Reach out to me, let me know what you guys think. Another thing is keeper contracts. There'll be 3 keepers. Now, at the end of this season, going into the draft next year, you're going to have 3 contracts that you're going to distribute to 3 players of your choosing. 2 of these contracts will be 2-year contracts. 1 will be a 1-year contract. Technically, there are a 3-year contract and a 2-year contract because we are counting the current year that we're going to be playing. But you're going to have 2 years moving forward with 2-year players and 1 year moving forward with 1-year players. That way, the people with a 1-year contract are eligible for a draft in 2 years. Next year's draft will be the weakest draft that we're going to have, most likely. We're just going to have 30 players under contract. We will always have 30 players under contract, but there will be no new players going into the draft next year. So essentially, the top 30 players will not be available next year, whereas in year 3, somebody's going to be off their contract, and say, I don't think it's going to happen, but a Le'Veon Bell could be available 3 years from now. So we'll get into that going into the offseason. If you have any questions, let me know. But just know, moving forward, there's going to be 2 of your 3 keepers will be on 3-year contracts, and 1 will be on a 2-year contract. That is just to stagger the contracts and make sure we have a steady flow of players going into each draft. Another thing that I wanted to bring up was tanking. It's a keeper league, and we plan on this going for years. I mean, I want everybody to be in here as long as possible. So in order to not fuck other players in the future, if somebody happens to drop out, we're not going to allow tanking. If you want to trade your players for draft picks, that's fine. If you're not having a good season and you want to trade off some players to get draft picks to better your position in the following year or 2, go ahead and do that. That's part of the game. But what I don't want is playing injured people, not starting a correct lineup, playing a rookie quarterback in his first start just because you know he's going to have a bad game. If there's a feeling going around the league, if people don't like how you're handling your team, and we come to an agreement that this person is tanking, you're not going to get the first pick. If you are tanking and we all agree on this, you're going to go from the first pick to the 6th pick. You will get the last pick of the people who did not make the playoffs, and it will go down. The person who had the second worst record will get the first pick, 3rd to 2nd, 4th to 3rd, 5th to 4th, and then 6th will become 5th. And if you tank to get the first pick in the draft, you're going to have the 6th pick in the draft. So there's really no reason to tank. Start a good lineup. If you need to trade players in order to better yourself for next year because you just know you're not going to make the playoffs this year, go for it. That's part of the game. So I think that's about all I wanted to go over right now. So let's get into this draft and see who gets the first pick. So we're going 10 through 1, the 10th pick in the draft. Unfortunately, Sam, that is you. Welcome to the league. First girl in our league, 10th pick. It's unfortunate. The 9th pick, unfortunate for me, pick 9. That sucks. But the good thing is, it's a snake draft this year. Pick 8, Nate. Pick 7, Ryan. I really wanted Le'Veon Bell. Pick 6, Kyle. Pick 5, Luke. Pick 4, Matt. Pick 3, Johnny. So that means we got 2 people left. The second pick goes to Mike. And the first overall pick in the league, Jason. Congratulations, Jason. Congratulations, Mike. One of you's getting Le'Veon, the other one's getting DJ. So that was the drawing, and look forward to seeing you guys in the league.